Alright guys, welcome back. So Alibaba. So after election, let's have a look at this name. So yes, we did talk about this name somewhere around here. Maybe it was sitting at around 95, and somewhere around here I was saying that okay, this 50-day moving average retracement, if it chops around here, kills some premium, there's a probability that it's gonna go up. But I was not interested about this name until Singles Day out, 11/11. It's a big event for them in China, and also they reported they're about to report their earnings, which is 11/15. Pretty big option expiration, large OPEX for the market, especially given that a lot of people were covering this date because of the elections. So I'm not going to talk about too much about what's going to happen with the trade, like tariffs or all that stuff regarding the election, but purely price levels, what I'm watching. So yeah, in premiums terms, I was talking about, yes, the implied volatility is going to come down. And I think I was looking at January 2025 implied volatility. So right here, right now, implied volatility has come down, and average true range for Alibaba now it's $3, back to where it was before that huge move. So that's what I was talking about in basically IV crush. It happened. It's happening. So 13 plus minus $13 move. That's what it's implying. So basically, going into the January 17th, 2025. So if you are somebody who's thinking that okay, it's gonna be trading above 120 come that date, probability of that happening 10%, 9%. So is this a good deal? So contracts for, let's say, 120 strike price is trading at $1 and 9,000 on Friday, 10,000 exchanged hands, and there was already 30,000 people sitting on that contract. So I know I'm talking about a little bit more option activity because I like to trade options, and I want to keep an eye on what people are doing with their money, because if you guys don't trade options, it's a bit you're missing a bit picture in general when it comes to trading large cap equities, where a lot of people look at options as a derivative, and they don't think that in the late years it sort of became opposite. It's actually the stock is the underlying, and the option is the actually is the main that basically moves the stock. Option flows have been moving any stock. So this is the chart. Actually, it's actually $2. My bad. So 120. So you can see after this huge move, these contracts were trading around 70 cents, give or take on average 65 cents a contract. That 120 strike price goes straight up to 12, right back down, and stock still higher. Of course, we know that implied volatility, time decay is doing its job. And if we're going to fill this gap, or I don't know, ideally, I don't think that we will, if on earnings, stock crashes to 200-day moving average, technically speaking, stock is below its 50-day SMA, that would be one heck of an opportunity to buy. In my opinion, again, this is purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm not saying that I'm jumping in here. No, when it comes to trading options, you can sit out a lot of stuff and just join when there is a coiled up move to the upside, such as last time, where it was clearly showing that there is a trend, some sort of, even though it was messy. And nobody knew that there's going to be stimulus. But since Trump got elected, they're now a little bit walking back their stimulus. So that's the problem right now. But this is where it was announced, and then boom, 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 pretty crazy move, right back down. All that move, actually, most of it, gave it back, most of it. And a lot of people sold crazy options, which smart money does every time when they see elevated implied volatility and elevated volatility. So we are almost back to normal volume. If you take a look at the bottom bars right here, volume, like daily volume averages. So that's why implied volatility has crashed. Ideally, low 80s, that would be great if it comes down. But if it doesn't, I want to see something like this. I want to see this name form sort of a uptrend right here, right now, ultra short term. This price action is telling me that it's going to trap bulls and bears left and right. Back to shenanigans, actually. If you look at this price action, there's no trend whatsoever, and they're still having a lot of problems back there. So year to date, Alibaba is up 21%, and you can see on my chart I have a bunch of all the, as much as I was interested in the names, I included all the Asian, China, basically tickers that I was interested in, and I can filter out with the best to worst. Billy 85% up, Tcom 80%, Fudu Holdings 73%, Fintech Holdings LTR, this is ADR, Tencent is up 40%, JD is up 32%, and they all have similar chart patterns. Alibaba is up 20%, KWeb 18%, XPEV flat year to date. But you can see, I want to look have an idea. I want to look at the chart, and I want to see something like this sort of a picture. They have earnings coming up, but this is an EV name, right? But you can see, even though stock is year to date down, boom, Alibaba could be somewhere here, but it doesn't look like the same. And right back up, because they said they're gonna pump some money into EV, stimulating EV in general, like some government support when it comes to in general their EV sales, and something like this. PDD 20% right back down. You can see, I don't like this. It can flush down anytime. It doesn't look like it's, I'm not going to be the hero saying that, okay, this is the bottom, this is a perfect spot to pick it up. No. Last time they reported earnings, they were not positive. And then right back up, price action. And then year to date, the stock is down 19%. Baidu among the all look the worst, actually. 25% down. Li Auto, 37% down. Jinko Solar, we know Solar, what's going on with this, 37%. And worst of the worst, NIO, I've talked about this name, 43% down. So that's what I'm watching for Alibaba. I'm gonna wait off the earnings, and once they report earnings, we'll go from there. But if it gaps, perfect. Then I'm happy to join it to the upside. But right here, right now, I'm not bullish. I'm not bearish. This name, it's basically, it can definitely spend the rest of all the way until earnings. It can be just in this range, and once they report earnings, based on that, it can pick a direction. So far, neutral until they report earnings, but we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next update.